Hallo Freunde und willkommen zurück zu Vampyr, wo wir in der letzten Folge unser Haus erreicht haben und unsere Mutter führt scheinbar Gespräche mit unserer Schwester. Unsere Schwester sollte nicht da sein. Geh noch mal kurz gucken. Gar niemand. Auch nicht. Da ist unsere Mutter. Haben wir eigentlich Schmuck hier in unserem Haus? Ich glaube nicht, ne? Oh, der war klar. Guten Tag.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reid expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
Ja, ja. Nichts Interessantes.
Goodbye, Avery.
Zumindest nichts, was ich
Please
gerade
watch over my
herausfinden
mother
will.
until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
Wir sind bemüht. Das Problem ist, wir haben so eine kleine Verabredung. Moment. Und die wollen wir natürlich nicht missen, denn wir wollen ja beim Ascalon-Club vorstellig werden. So, ja, glücklicherweise nicht so weit. Du
The
siehst nach dem Händler
Ascalon-Club.
aus.
The heart. Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reid.
Welcome, Dr. Reid. Welcome to my humble shop.
So,
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
so, der hat Teil eines guten Griffs, einen Teil eines guten Abzugs und Teil eines guten Kleingriffs. Die brauchen wir. Das heißt, wir werden mal gucken, wie wir die denn verkaufen. Hier so eine Halskette. Können wir nicht gebrauchen. Silbergabeln. Einfach mal ein paar von den Leihplatten. Also 10 Stück einfach verkaufen. Den Federn können wir auf jeden Fall auch ein paar verkaufen. Auch noch 5 mehr. Den Bleistangen auch. So. Dann können wir nämlich das einmal kaufen, das einmal kaufen, das einmal kaufen. Ja, schön. So. Aber Ascalon-Club. Da bin ich jetzt mal tierisch drauf gespannt. Wenn diese Ladezeit nicht mehr.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon-Club, I presume.
The Ascalon-Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Welcome to the Ascalon-Club, then, Dr. Reid. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
Scheinbar hat es hier eine kleine Schlägerei gegeben. Ich wage jetzt überhaupt nicht, das sind Raven Arthur Pembleton.
There has been quite a battle here.
Ja, würde ich jetzt auch mal spontan so sehen.
I'm sure the Ascalon-Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Ja. Und Geld, was wir einfach liegen lassen können. Yep, das sind definitiv Private-Soldaten. So, Leute. Na, hier kommen wir wieder raus, okay. Das wollte ich nicht. Hätte vielleicht mal auf das Symbol achten sollen. Ich glaube, das bezieht sich nicht nur auf den Genuss menschlichen Blutes. Also ich meine, wenn wir Skulls beißen, dann funktioniert das auch. Pülü. Ja, Blutqualität. So wichtig. Trotzdem sauge ich keine Leute aus. Weil ich ja zwischendurch echt mal überlegt habe, so Claycox oder so. So die Arschlöcher in der Welt sozusagen. Aber ich glaube nicht, dass das so eine gute Idee ist. Aber ich werde wahrscheinlich, wenn ich das Spiel durch habe mit euch, das Spiel nochmal spielen und Dolch, Waffe, nice. Und mal sehr viele Leute töten. Und danach vielleicht mal, keine Ahnung, mal ein bisschen was anderes machen. Alles, was ich looten kann. Erster fertig. Und das ist auf jeden Fall gut Geld, was hier rumliegt. Nichts mehr. Ne, das ist eine Taschenuhr. Okay. Okay. Dann. Ja.
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reid. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him. Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon-Club, Dr. Reid. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reid.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Yes, she is. I may even say I admire her probity and her kindness. She has helped me since I was reborn.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon-Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reid, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
Nein, haben wir nicht.
I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reid. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon-Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
Ja.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon-Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Ich glaube, das hat Jonathan an der Front auch schon getan, oder?
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon-Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Okay.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
Also, ja.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
What is the Ascalon-Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
Okay.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon-Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
Vielleicht ist William Marshall ja unser Schöpfer. Na gut.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
Okay.
My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reid, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Blut gibt keine gute Tinte ab. Aber gut.
Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon-Club, Dr. Reid. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Ja, es sind ja richtig viele hier. Ja, na schön. Ich komme gleich wieder. Kurz gucken.
I personally went patrolling last night in the West End.
Ja.
This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down.
I was chased by a gigantic Valcod 2 nights ago. I thought it was Fergal.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago, well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Bearer.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
You were spying on me.
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Ja gut.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod, all muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed, ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
Sind diese riesigen Bestien dann auch Vulkods? Wahrscheinlich,
You
oder?
do know I killed him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Der Kampf war auch nicht gerade leicht, aber nicht so schwer wie gegen Mary.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reid, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scals.
Scals are hostile vectors of contagion. That is a fact. But first and foremost, they are victims.
I agree, Dr. Reid. Most of the new Scals who roam the streets at night used to be good British citizens, but they must be put down nevertheless.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reid. You are now a member of the Ascalon-Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Das kriegen wir hin. Yay, neue Bahnstufe. So. Mit dir würde ich gerne mal sprechen. Ich glaube,
Good
er ist
evening,
die
Dr. Reid.
Stütze
How does
dieses
it feel to be
Bezirks.
this evening's centerpiece, figuratively?
It's quite unsettling. As a doctor, I am more used to being the observer than the subject observed.
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon-Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
Schleimer.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson, the wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
By doing so, you would create two separate ghettos. What if the disease gets past the wall? The results would be disastrous.
Not if we eliminate all suspected cases of infection as soon as they appear. A necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
Oh, ist mir der Typ unsympathisch. Ja gut. Dann fragen wir uns doch mal durchs West End durch. Aber ich würde sagen, das schieben wir auf die nächste Folge. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und wir sehen uns morgen wieder bei Vampyr. Bis dahin, bis dann. Ciao, Freunde.